It's time for KRGV Channel 5's Masterminds, a program geared towards Valley High School academics. With your host, Tim Smith. Today, Mission High School and Pace High School match wits in their quest to become this year's Masterminds champions.
Hey everybody, welcome to Masterminds. Round one competition today. Brownsville Pace and Mission High School. Let's get right to it with our quick start questions for today. Hands on your buzzers. Everybody's playing. Here we go. We start with a math question. What's the product of 3x minus 4 and x plus 1? That's Mission Alyssa.
3x squared minus x minus 4.
That's correct. Well done. Spell grandeur. That's Mission Reuben.
Grandeur.
That's correct. Another math question. Factor x squared plus 2x minus 63. Pace, Francisco.
Negative 7, x negative 7, x positive 9.
Yes, that's correct. Divide 27 by 1/3, and what do you get? That's Pace, Francisco.
9.
No. Mission. All right, Alejandro.
81.
That's correct. Name the state that borders both Idaho and Oregon. Mission, Alejandro.
Washington.
Correct. The countries of Kuwait, Qatar, and Iraq border on what body of water? That's Pace, Francisco.
The Persian Gulf.
Correct. What element, number 54, is the only one that begins with the letter X? That's Pace, Francisco.
Xenon.
Correct. Is a positron a positive neutron, positive electron, negative proton, or neutrino? Pace, Francisco.
Positive electron.
Correct. The world's cheapest metal is what essential element in the blood? That's Mission Alyssa.
Copper.
No. Pace, Francisco.
Iron.
Correct. He is known as the boy who did not wish to grow up. That's Pace, Natalie.
Peter Pan.
That is correct, and that wraps up our quick start for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
Quick start, 10 out of 10. The score is Pace 60, Mission 40. Before we go any farther, let's meet our judges here once again today from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Please welcome Dr. Megan Burke, Associate Professor of History and Graduate Coordinator in the College of Liberal Arts, and Dr. Noreen Rivera, Assistant Professor in the Department of Literatures and Cultural Studies. Our judges, please give them a big round of applause. All right, it's almost time for Hot Topics, but before we get to that, let's meet the team from Mission. We'll start with Ruben.
Hello, my name is Ruben, and I'm a senior. I am an active member in FBLA, and I participate in UIL accounting, and I volunteer weekly at my local church.
Fantastic. Welcome.
My name is Alyssa. I'm UIO president. I do all the math events, science, writing. I'm in robotics and our rocketry club and UTRGV Science Bowl. And next year I'll be attending UT to major in aerospace engineering.
Terrific. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Alejandro. I'm captain of the robotics and the rocketry teams at our high school. And next year I'll be attending UT Austin to also major in aerospace engineering.
Fantastic. Welcome to the team from Mission High School participating today. All right, it's time for your Hot Topics Mission. This is 3 questions about current events. You don't need your buzzers, okay? Take the first answer we hear from the team. Here we go. Name the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee who stepped down amid a congressional investigation into sexual harassment and workplace abuse allegations by former staffers. And time's up. John Conyers of Michigan. Name the Mexican volcano which recently erupted 3 times in one day.
Popocatépetl.
That's right. He played Keith on the TV show The Partridge Family and had a long career as a musician. Name this man who passed away recently at the age of 67. And time's up. That was David Cassidy. But that puts you up to 50 points. Good job. Now let's meet the team from Pace. We'll start with Ernest.
Hello, I'm Ernesto Gomez. I'm the Student Council Vice President, the former Junior Class Vice President, and a founding member of a City Youth Board.
Terrific. Glad to have you here.
Hi, I'm Francisco Rocafuerte. I'm a Jose Nationalist. I'm in the Cummings CT Center at Brownsville as a pharmacy technician, and I'm an NHS member, and that's it.
Welcome. That's a lot.
My name is Natalie Quintero. I'm a senior, and I compete in UIO literary criticism, ready writing, and I'm in TSA.
Fantastic. Welcome to team from Brownsville Pace participating today.
Okay.
All right, these are your hot topics now. Again, 3 questions, current events, no buzzers, okay? Take the first answer we hear. Where was the C-2A transport plane headed when it crashed in the Philippine Sea, killing 3 sailors? 8 others were rescued.
Australia?
That was headed to the USS Ronald Reagan, the aircraft carrier. George H.W. Bush is now officially the longest living president at just over 93 and a half years old. He recently passed whom? Who was the 38th president?
Jimmy Carter?
That was Gerald Ford. More than 300 people were killed when militants carried out an attack at a mosque in what country region?
Egypt.
Correct. Well done. Puts you up to 70 points. So after the first round, our score is Brownsville Pace 70, Mission 50. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the teacher coordinators. We'll do quick picks, the grab bag, all that and more. Masterminds will continue right after this. Welcome back to Masterminds, Brownsville Pace and Mission playing right now. Pace in the lead 70 to 50. Let's meet the teacher coordinators from the 2 schools. We'll start with Mission. Alyssa, you're up.
This is Mr. Salinas. He's a government teacher at our school, and he's been coaching Masterminds for 19 years.
Fantastic. Welcome. Glad to have you here once again. We appreciate it. And Brownsville Pace, Francisco.
This is Hector Peña. He's the Masterminds coach for a decade now, and he's an English AP teacher at Pace High School.
Fantastic. Welcome. Thanks for being part of the program. We appreciate our teacher coordinators, the coaches who help the students get ready for Masterminds. All right, students, time for quick picks now. We're going to show you pictures on your TV screens, ask you questions about each one. Everybody's playing, so you do need your buzzers. Here we go. In this picture of a musical staff, what's the name of the symbol that looks like an eye? That's Mission Rubin.
Fermata.
Yes. These penguins are on an island chain that is a British protectorate, but Argentina would like to claim it as theirs. What island chain is it? That's Pace Francisco.
The Galapagos?
No. Mission, anybody? All right, Alejandro?
Falklands?
It is the Falklands. This man was a famous orator and abolitionist in the Civil War era. Who was he? That's Pace Francisco.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes. This is the chemical composition of what common household item? Mission Rubin.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yes. Before becoming the 3rd president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson served under each of the first 2 presidents. Name one of the offices he occupied. Pace Francisco.
Secretary of State.
That's correct. The other was vice president. What Canadian province or territory is shown in red, bordering on the state of Alaska? Mission Alejandro.
Yukon?
Correct. This is Santiago, Chile. What mountain chain is seen in the background? Pace Francisco.
The Andes.
Yes. This type of man is believed to have died out between 33,000 to 45,000 years ago. Pace Francisco.
Neanderthal.
Yes. This is a shot from space showing which Great Lake? Pace Francisco.
Lake Superior.
Yes. This is the International Criminal Court at The Hague. In what Scandinavian country will you find it? Pace Ernest.
Norway?
No. Mission, anyone? Ring in if you know. All right, Alejandro.
Finland?
That's the Netherlands. The Netherlands. And that wraps up our quick picks for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Navy Army Community Credit Union.
A good game going on today. Brownsville Pace in the lead, 120 to 90 over Mission right now. That means Mission, you get to go first in the grab bag round. Dr. Burke has 3 envelopes from which to choose. You can take any one you want, 1, 2, or 3. Number 2 it is. All right, 60 seconds, 10 questions. Pass if you don't know one, okay? If there's time, we'll come back within the 60 seconds. The category you've chosen is illusions. Illusions, A-L-L-U, illusions. Okay, don't need your buzzers. You ready? Here we go. Which body part of which hero of the Trojan War means vulnerability?
Achilles. Achilles tendon.
No.
Oh.
What bird is associated with vanity? They'll consider. What bird is associated with vanity?
A dove.
No. What bird is associated with wisdom?
An owl?
Yes. The name of which city has become an illusion for appeasement?
Pass.
The name of what character created by Charles Dickens has become synonymous with avarice?
Pass.
Which name is used in allusions to governmental invasion of privacy?
Pass.
Which concept from Don Quixote is a literary allusion to attacking imaginary foes?
Pass.
When Harry James titled one of his stories "The Tree of Knowledge," he expected his readers to recognize the biblical allusion to a tree that grew where?
In the Garden of Eden.
Yes. The name of which African city is used in allusions for faraway and exotic places? Time is up. Judges, are you taking number one? Yes. They will take number one. Achilles' heel is what we're looking for. Achilles' tendon they'll take. How many did we get correct? Three correct. Let's go over the others. The bird that's associated with vanity was a peacock. The name of which city has become an allusion for appeasement is Munich. The name of what character created by Charles Dickens, Scrooge, that's become synonymous with avarice. The name used in allusions to governmental invasion of privacy is Big Brother. The concept from Don Quixote that's a literary allusion attacking imaginary foes is tilting at windmills. And the name of which African city is used in allusions for faraway and exotic places, that was Timbuktu. All right, but you're up to 105 points. Now, Pace, it's your turn. There are 2 envelopes remaining, 1 and 3. You can choose whichever one you'd like.
1.
Number 1 it is. Same rule, 60 seconds. Pass if you don't know one. 10 questions. Your category is CH. The answers to these questions all begin with the letters CH. Okay? 60 seconds. Here we go. Name the Atlantic seaport that is South Carolina's largest city.
Charlottesville?
No. The British wartime prime minister in World War II.
Churchill.
Yes. The first black woman to serve in Congress.
Pass.
Mexican composer Carlos, an American labor leader Cesar.
Chavez.
Yes. A South American rodent that produces very expensive fur.
Pass.
A vessel in which butter is made.
Churn?
Yes. The name of that hard, brittle metal which resists corrosion.
Pass.
Give me the name of the hunting leopard, a large cat, the fastest
Cheetah.
land animal. Yes. One of the 5 tribes of American Indians forced to move in
Cherokee.
the... I'm sorry?
Cherokee.
Yes. Take it. The frame upon which a body of an automobile is mounted.
Chassis.
Yes, we'll go back. The first black woman to serve in Congress.
Pass.
A South American rodent.
Chinchilla.
Yes. The name of the hard, brittle metal which resists corrosion.
Chlorine?
No. One more time. The first black woman to serve in Congress. Time is up. All right, got several of those. How many did we do? 7 out of 10. Good job. The Atlantic seaport, South Carolina's largest city, is Charleston. The first black woman to serve in Congress was Chisholm. And the name of that hard, brittle metal which resists corrosion is chrome. Okay, got 7 out of 10. Good job. Now there's 1 envelope remaining, which nobody chose. And that is envelope number 3. So we all play on this one, okay? Need your buzzers for this. Nobody chose boats. All right, boats. 60 seconds. Need your buzzers. Here we go. What kind of ship did jets land on? Pace, Francisco.
Aircraft carrier?
Yes. What kind of boat helps other boats into harbor? Mission, Alyssa.
Cargo?
No? Pace, anybody? Francisco?
Pool boats?
No, a tugboat. What is another name for a large personal pleasure boat? That's Mission, Alyssa.
A yacht?
Yes. What nationality of people have boats called junks? Pace, Francisco.
Japanese?
No. Mission, Alyssa.
German?
No, Chinese. What kind of boat carries people and cars? Mission, Alyssa.
Ferry?
Yes. What kind of boat did Cleopatra take down the Nile? Pace, Ernest.
Reed boat.
No. Mission, Alejandro. That was a barge. What do you use to propel a canoe? Pace, Francisco.
An oar?
Yes, yes. What monarch sent the Spanish Armada against England in 1588?
Philip II.
Pace, Ernest. I'm sorry?
Philip II.
Correct. That was it. Good job. Got most of those. And our score after the grab bag. We've got a good game. Pace 185, Mission 125. We're going to take a break. We come back. It'll be time for art and music. Each question worth 20 points. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds, Brownsville Pace, Mission High School right now. Pace in the lead, 185 to 125. It is time for art and music. We'll start with top art. Head to the art museum. Take a look at a piece of art and ask you to identify the artist or the work. This is for 20 points, the artist or the work. All right, Pace, Francisco.
Surratt?
Surratt. No, it's not Surratt. Mission? All right, Alyssa.
Van Gogh.
No, this is Jean-Francois Millet. It's the Angelus. We have another. This is also for 20 points. All right, Pace, Ernest.
The March to Russia?
No. Mission? All right, Alyssa.
The French March?
Boy, we're so close. It's the 1814 The French Campaign by Ernest Messonnier. Thinking the right thing. Now let's try music. We're 0 for art. Let's try music. This is for 20 points also. Identify the composer or the work, please. Pace, Francisco.
Infernal Gallop.
Sorry?
Infernal Gallop.
No? Mission, Alyssa.
Vivaldi?
No, this is the Toreador song by Bizet. We'll have one more. Listen carefully. 20 more points. Here we go. Pace, Francisco.
The
That
Blue
is
Danube.
Strauss, the Blue Danube. You're exactly right. All right, 1 out of 3. That puts you up to 205 points. It's now pace 205, Mission 125. We're going to take a break. We come back. It'll be time for the final stretch. We'll see which one of these teams is moving on to the next round. Don't go away. Welcome back to Masterminds, Brownsville Pace, Mission High School. Right now, Pace holds the lead 205 to 125. It's time for the final stretch. We're going to ask questions till that final bell rings. Whoever's leading moves on to the next round of competition. Here we go. Which fish of the order Siluriformes does not have scales, is raised commercially on fish farms in America for food, and has whiskers? Pace, Francisco.
Catfish.
Correct. What is the name given to such songs as Haul Away Joe, Blow the Man Down, The Drunken Sailor? That's Mission, Alyssa.
Hymns?
No? Pace, Francisco.
Folk songs.
No, those are chanties or shanties. Which is not a class of phylum Protozoa? Is it sporozoan, flagellate, amoeba, diadem, or ciliate? Mission, Alyssa.
Amoeba?
No? Which is not a class of the phylum Protozoa? Sporozoan, flagellate, amoeba, diadem, or ciliate? Okay, Pace, Ernest.
Sporozoa?
No, it's a diadem. What term in economics and political science is applied to the raising and administration of money? Pace, Francisco.
Inflation.
No. Mission? What time is it? Okay, go ahead, Ruben.
Fiscal policy.
No, just finance. Can you name the only team to twice win the NFL championship 3 years in a row? Mission, Alejandro.
Patriots.
No. Can you name the only team to twice win the NFL championship 3 years in a row? All right, Francisco.
The Steelers.
Nope, it's the Green Bay Packers. According to studies during its first year on the air, children who watched what PBS program scored better on tests than children who didn't? That's Mission, Alejandro.
Sesame Street.
That's correct. Two well-known kinds of insects comprise the order Lepidoptera. One is the butterfly, what is the other? That's Pace, Francisco.
The moth.
Yes. What kind of progression could the sequence 80, 40, 20, and 10 be referred to as? That's Pace, Francisco.
Geometric.
Correct. This major world crop is grown in only one location in America, on a plantation in South Carolina. What is the common name for this plant? Camellia, that's a Mission, Alyssa.
Tobacco?
No. Camellia sinensis, grown mainly in Sri Lanka, China, and India. Pace, ring in if you know. This major world crop is grown in only one location in America, on a plantation in South Carolina. Okay, Ernest.
Rice.
No, it's tea. If the value of the discriminant of a second-degree equation is greater than 0, the equation will graph as what conic section? Pace, Francisco.
A parabola.
Yes. We use this word to refer to a social get-together. It originally meant an Algonquin or Pennsylvania Dutch medicine man. Identify the rhyming two-syllable word. Time is up. Powwow. He needed the money. His attempts at creation of a colonial empire in America had been thwarted. He did not want an American alliance with Great Britain. For these reasons, what did Napoleon do? Pace, Francisco.
He sold the Louisiana Territory.
Accept that to the United States, yes. How do you spell linguistics? Pace, Francisco.
Linguistics.
That's correct. Well done. An expression meaning sixth hour gives us what familiar Spanish concept? Pace, Francisco.
Siesta.
Yes. Place in order the Bronze Age, Iron Age, and Stone Age. Pace Francisco.
Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age.
Correct. A boxed CD set of the complete Beethoven symphonies contains 6 hours of music. How long, then, is the average Beethoven symphony? That's Mission Alyssa.
20 minutes.
How many?
20 minutes?
No, that's not correct. Pace, anybody? All right, Francisco.
54 minutes.
That's 40 minutes. Electrical resistance is used to measure what in seawater? Pace, Francisco.
Salt content.
Yes, salinity. Name either of the 2 Michigan forts the British seized in 1812. Time is up. Port Mackinac and Detroit. Math question. Change 36 to a fraction in lowest terms. 36%. Change 36% to a fraction in lowest terms. All right, Pace Francisco.
9 over 20.
No. Mission, anybody? And, all right, Ruben.
9 over 25.
That's correct. Princess Marie Louise of Austria is famous for marrying one of the most notable Frenchmen in history. By what? Pace Ernest.
Napoleon Bonaparte?
No. By what more familiar name do we call the princess? Princess Marie Louise of Australia is famous for marrying one of the most, Austria rather, is famous for marrying one of the most notable Frenchmen in history. By what more familiar name do we call the princess? All right, Ruben.
Lisa.
And that was Josephine. Another math question. Imagine an object traveling in a circular path of radius 10 meters at a speed of 10 pi meters per second. How long does it take the object to make one complete circle? That's Pace Francisco.
4 seconds.
No. Mission anyone? Imagine an object traveling in a circular path of radius 10 meters at a speed of 10 pi meters per second. How long does it take the object to make one complete circle? All right, Alyssa.
2 seconds.
Yes. Where do small chickens known as bantams come from? Mission Alyssa.
A rooster.
A rooster? No, that probably doesn't happen. Pace, anybody want to try that? Okay, time is up. Bantams come from eggs, of course, via the Bantam region of Java in Indonesia. Which autobiography begins? If growing up is painful for the southern black girl, being aware of her displacement is the rust on the razor that threatens the throat. Mission Ruben.
Harriet Tubman.
No? Pace, anybody? The autobiography is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, is the name of it. Which U.S. president said in his first annual address to both houses of Congress, to be prepared for war is one of the most effectual means of preserving peace? Pace Ernest.
George Washington?
Yes, that's correct. Tell me the 2-word Latin phrase often used in law-related English prose that means at the first sight or on the face of it. Time is up. Prima facie. The reflecting power of a planet or other non-luminous heavenly body is known by this term. If the ratio of the amount of light reflected from the body to the amount of light which falls onto the body from an outside source, what's the term? Mission Alejandro.
Albedo?
Yes. Name the Hitchcock film in which Thorwald butchers his wife. That's Pace Ernest.
Psycho?
No? Mission anybody? Name the Hitchcock film in which Thorwald butchers his wife. And time is up. Rear Window. 2 math questions. What geometric figure is formed by all the lines which can be passed through a plane closed curve at a fixed point not in the plane of that curve? Time is up. That's a cone. What's the sum of the infinite series 1 plus 1 plus 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 3 factorial plus 1 over 4 factorial and so forth? That's Mission Alejandro.
1.
No? Pace Francisco.
Infinity.
No, E. E is the answer. Of simple, compound, complex, or compound complex, classify this sentence, a Yogi Berra gem. Never mind. It was going to be complex, was going to be the answer. But that bell signals the end of our game. Our final score is Brownsville Pace 305, Mission 165. So Brownsville Pace, you're moving on to the next round of competition. I want to congratulate all the students for a great game. Fun game today. Thank you for your participation. Thank our judges once again from UTRGV, Dr. Burke and Dr. Rivera. All right, Brownsville Pace, we'll see you in the next round, and we'll see you at home next week for another exciting competition of Masterminds.